Welcome to our little humble home. I'm Tex. In the background's Dawn. We are DTN Living Life, LLC. I've been asked, do I have a CDL? And the answer is no. So, what am I doing to get my CDL? Do I want a CDL? Do I need a CDL? Should I have a CDL? All those questions coming up. So, let's get into how am I studying for a CDL? No. So that'll answer your question. Yes, I want one. Do I have to have one? No. Can you do this job without a CDL? Yes. Will you make more money with a CDL? Yes. It depends on you, once again, to how much money you want to make. I've seen people make as much as 20% more with a CDL, and I've seen people make the same amount of money with a CDL as without. So you can do either one. There are many different ways of getting your CDL. Well, correction. There are many different ways of studying for your CDL. Some people go and listen to YouTube and put it as a background noise, and they just listen to the questions over and over, which is good. Can you make more money and do less work? Is the feedback everybody wants to know? I'm sorry, I'm Tex. I will call it as I see it. All right? No, that's the biggest goal that everybody's wanting to do is work less, make more money. I have a website that I use for my practice tests. It has a real good amount of information. So I'm going to actually go into the computer and show you what those things are. But just to point out there, you can go into CDL practice test. And I caps that. That's okay. And as you can see, Bing will bring you up to driving test. Let's see here, CDL knowledge. And I've looked at a lot of these different things, and they're good. I will admit, some of them are pretty good. As you can see, some of them are purple, so showing you that I've been there. Test guide, CDL practice. I mean, all of them have something. Okay, and this one's from DMV, as you can see in DMVwrittentest.com. .com, CDL test Illinois. So there are some practice tests at the actual DMV websites that you can get into. But the one I like, which for some reason, I don't know why Bing doesn't bring it up, but there's one out there, CRIST CDL practice test. Let's see here. Does that bring it up? Yep. So, CRIST CDL. Okay, free DMV CDL practice test, all endorsements. Now, when you go to this website, you'll actually go right into the spot that says free 2024 DMV CDL practice test for all endorsements. Okay, this is all absolutely free. All right, so first of all, you got to select your state. Now, we're out of South Dakota, even though we're in Indiana. Okay, we're out of South Dakota. Our driver's license is out of South Dakota, so I'm going to study for the South Dakota one. Funny part is, I started this back before we left Texas and was looking at the one in Texas, and they're pretty much all the same questions. There might be a small variance between certain things when you get into it. So when you come into this website, you have what's known as Get Started on your free 2024 South Dakota DMV CDL practice test now. Okay, first one happens to be general knowledge. There are 8 practice tests. Then you have air brakes. There are 4 practice tests. Then you have combination. So in other words, if you're doing a not multi-haul by our standard, but a multi-haul by commercial standards, which is that you have 2 hitches connected and you're having multiple multiple trailers or things that you're pulling behind you. So in other words, a multi-haul such as you're pulling a camper and that camper's pulling a boat, which is only allowed in 22 states still. So just so you know, not every state allows that. Okay? Yes, I learned that from here. Hazardous material, we don't call anything hazardous, so nothing to study there. Let's see here. Tanker, doubles and triples. Okay, this gets into what I was just talking about, doubles and triples, which I'll have to go back up and take a look, see what combination is. I may be wrong there. All right. Passenger, school bus. Passenger is a chauffeur, like a, I would guess that would be more towards your Greyhound. I couldn't think of the word. And then school bus. That'll be all your little brats that don't want to be respectful. And let's see here. Pre-trip. This is practice test. There's 3 of those on there that will give you capabilities of understanding. And free pre-trip videos. So it actually gives you videos of what you need to go look at. There's 5 of those. So this website gives you a lot more than any of the other websites I've come across so far. Now, some people have their own preferences, but let's just go in here and click on the first one here. And right off the bat, it tells you that the questions on the test are 50. Correct answers needed is 40. Passing score is 80%. Let's see here. Age to apply. Now, in South Dakota, it says 18. See, this is where some states are a little bit different. Okay? So, because of that, Horizon's requirements is 23. Right off the bat, whenever you stop for a break during your trip, you should. It's all multiple choice, so it makes it real simple. Call in and check with dispatch. Check critical items such as tires, brakes, cargo tie downs. Check critical items such as windshield, hood wipers, heater, and defroster. Okay, so you can go through and you can pick whichever one you want. Correct one's the one you want. In that case would be here, and it'll tell you correct. Explanation, it'll give you an explanation. All right, so therefore the explanation for an en route inspection, check the tires, wheels, and truck body for signs of heat whenever you stop during a trip. Okay, and then you just go to the next question. Yeah, some of them's got advertisements. Next question. High beams should be used whenever it is safe and legal to do so. Turned on when an oncoming driver does not dim his or her lights. Dimmed when you are within 100 feet of another vehicle. Okay. Let's first cover something else here that I know some people are going to make comments about. I'm a very bad reader. All right. I have a problem reading words that are 2 and 3 letter and 4 letter words. I skip them, and my brain skips them, and then I have to go back and see them and then reread them. So therefore, that's the reason why some things I read does not come out correctly. Then when my brain skips something, sometimes it wants to put something else in its spot that makes the sentence sound better or sound like it should be. Which is incorrect because proper writing shows you that it's probably already written correctly. Well, maybe. In either case, I was tested for this after the age of 50. Okay? I've had this problem all my life, and nobody was ever able to figure out why I couldn't read fast, why I couldn't pick up and read something and understand it within first time reading it. Okay? This is what I run into. So I have several ways that I actually do this studying, which happens to be one is reading it from here, which is off my phone or off the website as you see me here in. Okay, and just to answer this one, the correct answer will be used whenever it is safe and legal to do so. However, I'll pick one that's wrong and it'll tell you what the correct answer is and still give you the explanation. So as long as you really note those explanations, those are the things that's really going to help you when it comes to the test. Knowing these answers, I don't know if these answers are going to be there, but knowing that explanation, you can almost guarantee you that's written in the book. Okay, so there's one of the things. Now, one of the other ways that I do this studying is I have a app called Cram. Okay, one of the other ways that we can study this, or I study this, happens to be is I use a flashcard system. Okay, and I use Cram, which is available on an app on your phone, plus I have it in the computer system. So if I go to Cram in the app, okay, I have all these practice tests already in there, and they're set up on public. And I only have the top 8 of the practice tests, the original 8 that was part of the beginning there. If we go back to it here, right here, these top 8, that's all I have in there right this moment. I will be adding the air brakes in there. Combination, I need to read over that to find out whether that's something I need to know or not. But if somebody knows that for me, please put that in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But the pre-trip, I'll add that in there, and I'll be no way I can add the videos. I think they're all set up on a private setup. They're not in YouTube. They may be. If they're in YouTube, then I'm going to add that onto the website also. But yeah, so there's where everything's at. What I plan on having under Cram, I've made all my own practice actual flashcards. So going in here and looking at this, if I click on one and then I come across and say, okay, let's do Cram memorize, it'll come across and say, what is counter steering? And you'll say what it is, which is turning the wheel in the opposite direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. Okay, so but I also have it set up to where it'll give you the explanation. So therefore you can read through the explanation. If you knew what that was before you looked, then you can actually just go right over here to it. Now, it does have audio.
You are driving on a straight, level highway at 50 miles per hour. There are no vehicles in front of you. Suddenly a tire blows out on your vehicle. What should you do first?
Well, first of all, you don't put on your brakes. I know that much. According to a couple of RV sites and so forth, they always talk about that you keep your foot on the accelerator and accelerate even just the slightest bit, just so that way you have better control of the vehicle.
Stay off the brake until the vehicle slows down on its own.
There you go. So that's what's going to be in there. Now, very true, there is an explanation. It doesn't read all the explanations. I haven't figured out why, but it does. A couple of them, but it doesn't do it on a continuous basis. Okay, so that's how it looks on the app here. Inside the computer, we can go back over here and let's see here. Click on Cram here. And this is it. Now Cram, like I said, it's a flashcard system. There is 1 million, okay, 3 million, 195 million actual flashcards, 3 million members, okay? So there's a lot there. And yeah, you can actually go find my flashcards just by going in and typing in. Yep, there you go. Yeah, there's my name, CDL. CDL pre-test practice 2, practice 1, South Dakota explanations, TexNolan. So they're all sitting in there publicly. So therefore, anybody can go in here without signing in and pull them up and take a look at them. You can do that on your phone also. I'm not sure if you can run the app without signing in, but you guys figured it out from there. But as you can see here, you can sign in, and once you sign in, you can create your own flashcards. Okay. Yes, I have quite a few different ones because I did them for the actual Microsoft and networking and things like that. I've actually gone through and deleted a lot of them because they were old, and I don't like people to read old stuff whenever you need the newer stuff. Yes, Microsoft changes up their stuff, so does Cisco, so does Juniper. So what you might have studied 5 years ago will not be the same thing in technology. But the CDL doesn't change much. So I'll leave those in there. And as you can see, I just created those on 12.2. So, yep. There's the website. There's how it works. There's how you can find things. It is an easy way to study. It gives you the direct answers, the direct explanations. Hopefully that answers all your questions on CDL. All right, so there's what I've got for you. This will give you some way of studying, some way of looking it up. And yes, I have already gone through all eight of those practice tests. As you can see, I've got them on the thing already, and I'm in the process of going through the next one, which is air brakes. Once I'm done with that one, me reading those, then I will go back and start typing those out and putting those in flashcards and continue on. And hopefully, when all said and done, I have this down really good to where I can go pass my test easy. Fingers crossed. That should wrap it up. I'm TexNolan. My wife already disappeared to the bedroom. She's going to get settled to go watch TV. It is 6:34 here, so yeah, 7 o'clock we start watching TV and fall asleep hopefully by 9. But yeah, so there you go. Peace, love, and jelly beans, people. Don't forget to subscribe, like, dislike, like again, and y'all be safe out there.